Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godwin and Charles Davis.
About 3 inches of the white stuff has fallen, and the prognosticators say still 3 to 5 more to come tonight in Chicago as we welcome you to football under the lights at snowy Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year made the playoffs that didn't make it the previous year, so you're not assured of going back year after year.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Under center, it'll be the former UCLA Bruin, Josh Rosen.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
Running back Tariq Cohen brings us all to our feet when he's on the field because you never know how they're going to utilize it. In 2018, was able to run, throw, and catch a touchdown pass. And in addition, was a 2018 Pro Bowl return specialist for the NFC. The human joystick makes everything better when he's on the field.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Time to check the defensive starters here for Kansas City. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Here's Rosen to throw, and that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led out by a guy who's been a backup much of his career out of Oregon State. It's Matt Moore.
Matt Moore began as a backup in the NFL, but his first season in Miami, he did start 12 games, so he understands how it's done and what needs to happen on the field. A guy that you love as a career backup, but he can start if necessary.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is intercepted by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's got Burton here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. And now the Chiefs' offensive starters.
In 2018, the Chiefs were looking for help in their offensive line, and they received it from guard Andrew Wiley, a formerly undrafted free agent. He settled in as a mainstay at guard and mauled people on the offensive line. They expect big things out of him in 2019 and beyond.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, Moore. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for KC. 62 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone, I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's McCoy. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moore. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agreed totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. But a really nice drive.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
That one goes for 24 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
15, check my 15. You got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here? Let's go.
1st down, a run with Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The rushing numbers last week for Cohen, 14 carries, 87 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Rosen, and tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Moore operating from the gun. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
To throw is Moore. On 3rd down, it's Hill, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
50, plant. 59. Let's go one more. Back, fight.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
More now. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I'd throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
That one complete to Hill. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. The numbers for Hill a week ago. 6 catches, 87 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator. Hey, that's good. Check three. Get.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. Clinton Dix, the former Packer, in on the tackle.
60 Pittsburgh.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Now Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Moore now nearly 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On second down now, it's McCoy. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. The Chiefs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Moore now. From the gun, he'll throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts. One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now, this may be a free play here for Rosen. And Wilson has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Draw play. Cohen. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. On second down, it's Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Here we go.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch gears.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll throw it with Rosen. This one into the hands of Burton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And now it's Rosen looking. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Check. 9. Let's get the ball. Hatch it.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Able to find Shaheen here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Rosen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. They go play action. It's Rosen. He's going to go up, and Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Point after, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Travis Kelce and the Chiefs set to take over again. And we roll the highlights of the game he's had. You know, when we talk about wide receivers and how you shut them down, what about when you have a tight end like this having a game? How do you stop him defensively?
It really changes what you're trying to do, because defensively, you're worried more about the wideouts. Okay, how are we going to cover them? The running backs, how are you going to shut them down? But the tight end is that elusive, unique player. Linebacker covering, cornerback covering, safety covering him. Always has the advantage. Usually has final answer against anyone who tries to defend him. Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Moore. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get it to 7-yard line.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
This, of course, the final Sunday night game of the year. All-day games in Week 17, 13 in the early window. Among them, you've got Steelers, Ravens, Dolphins, Pats, Saints and Panthers, Chiefs, Chargers, just to name a few. And then 3 more in the late afternoon out west. Raiders, Broncos, Cards and Rams, and Niners, Seahawks. And then that's it for the 2019 regular season. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography, we're staring at this part of the field.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Albert Wilson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now.
Automatic first down.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 10th carry now for McCoy.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Here we go. 15, Lana.
Here's Moore throwing on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Moore. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun. Moore. He is going to find Hill here. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Moore operating from the gun. That's complete right around the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 6. That's complete. It's Bell. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. They can't hang with that. Hey, alert 3.
To throw is Moore. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ryan Grant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. That time a 9-play drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
3rd and 6.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll go out in Denver, where you see the final score there. 21-10, the final score. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Derek Carr, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. And finally, we wrap up another season of Monday Night Football with an early holiday present. Packers and Vikings from Minnesota to finish off Week 16. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Darren Lee in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now here comes Kansas City. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
McCoy. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And out come the Chiefs now. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Moore. From the gun, he'll throw. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. From the gun, Moore. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Aaron Lynch in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He finds Robinson. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. Morris Claiborne makes the play defensively. Again, it's Cohen. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. On On second down now, it's McCoy. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Moore. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. They get the former 1st overall selection, Eric Fisher. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Moore now. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Come on now, let's go!
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skill.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And one thing we do know, they will be a part of the playoffs come January. They've clinched the AFC West. Right now, you know, when you're in that 3 or 4 slot as they are, you have to host the first round. You'd love to be the 1 or 2, but at least you get to play at home if you're in one of those slots.
Yeah, they're happy to be in the playoffs. And as you noted, the downside is, okay, you didn't get one of the top 2 seeds, so you don't get the bye week. But for them, okay, the next best thing is hosting in the wild card round and then taking it from there. So they'll take that, and I think their fans will celebrate too. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Full start offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Moore now, operating from the gun. Caught here by Bell. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready? 18 Gators. 59. Here we go, here we go. Snap.
Here's Moore, looking to throw on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. On third down, here's McCoy. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. And Butker able to put this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Rosen. Robinson's got it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Caught by Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Rosen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Rosen now, option left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down and 4. Rosen looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's got Burton here. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Check, 59. Crunch time, defense.
Here's Rosen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
A 10-play drive that time. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Moore from the gun, he'll throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And this one's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This for his running back, McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Out comes this offense again, led by Trey Burton. And we see here the productivity certainly has decreased from the start of the game, but sometimes people forget these tight ends, they can do more than just catch the football.
That is so true, because now when things start to happen and you're not getting the ball as much, maybe you change your focus on the game. Maybe you become a very good decoy. Maybe you block a little bit more. But sometimes you have such a great first half, you expect it to continue to roll, and it doesn't just happen that easily in the second.
Well, they have been able to shut him down, at least as of late. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They try again with Cohen. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for two. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So Josh Rosen in the offense. Down by 5, 2:22 on the clock. Deuces wild. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to the air, Rosen after the pick 6. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is Rosen. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Back to throw. It's complete to Robinson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Darren Lee there to get him down. He's back to throw.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Rosen to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chris Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Down. And 2 stop. right there. Here we go. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On second down, Williams. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Kansas City, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.